The materials we need for this experiment are 5 empty bottles. In the first bottle, we will leave it empty. The second bottle will be filled with rice or drying agent. The third bottle will be filled with water. The fourth bottle will be filled with salt water. The last bottle will be filled with water and oil. Of course, we will also need 10 iron nails. During this experiment, all the bottles need to be sealed. Let's begin with the experiment. Put 2 iron nails in each of the 5 bottles. Then, we need to wait for every 12 hours and observe the nails again. It is already 12 hours. Let's see what happens to the nails. In the first bottle, nothing happens. In the second bottle, nothing happens also. In the third bottle, nothing happens. In the fourth bottle, no changes happens. And in the last bottle, nothing happens. So during the 12 hours, no changes happens to all of the bottles. Let's see what happens at 24 hours. It's now 24 hours. Let's check what happens to the nails. In the first bottle, nothing happens. In the second bottle, no changes occurs. In the third bottle, which is filled with water, the nails rusted a little bit. In the fourth bottle, nothing happens. In the fifth bottle, no changes happens. Out of all of the bottles, only the nails in the water rusted. Let's observe again at 36 hours. It's already 36 hours. Let's see what happens to the nails. In the first bottle, nothing happens. In the second bottle, no changes occurs. In the third bottle, which is filled with water, the nails become more rusty and the color of the water changes. In the fourth bottle, no changes happens. And in the last bottle, nothing happens. When we observe the bottles, we can see that only the nails in the water become rusty. Let's check again at 48 hours. It's already 48 hours. Let's see what happens to the nails. In the first bottle, nothing happens. In the second bottle, no changes is happening. In the third bottle, the nails become rustier. In the bottle filled with salt water, the nails started to become rusty. And in the last bottle, nothing happens. Let's see what happens again at 60 hours. It is already 60 hours. Let's see what happens to the nails. In the first bottle, nothing happens. In the second bottle, nothing happens too. In the third bottle, which is filled with water, the nails become very rusty and the color of the water changes a lot. In the fourth bottle, which is filled with salt water, the nails become rustier. In the fifth bottle, no changes happen. When we observe the bottles, we can see that the nails in the water and the salt water rusted first. Let's see what happens at 72 hours. It is already 72 hours. Let's see what happens to the nails. In the first bottle, nothing happens at all. In the second bottle, no changes happens. In the third bottle, which is filled with water, the nails become more rusty. In the fourth bottle, the nails also become rusty. And in the last bottle, no changes happens. Let's see and observe again what happens at 84 hours. It is 84 hours now. Let's see what happens to the nails in the bottle. In the first bottle, nothing happens. In the second bottle, which is filled with rice, nothing happens too. In the bottle filled with water, it is still rusty. In the fourth bottle, the nails become even more rustier and the color of the salt water changes. In the last bottle, no changes happens. Let's see what happens finally at 96 hours. It's already 96 hours. Let's see what happens to the nails in a bottle. In the first bottle, nothing happens. In the second bottle, which is filled with rice, nothing happens too. In the third bottle, the nails become very rusty. In the fourth bottle, the nails also became rusty. And In the last bottle, the nails started rusting. These are the observations of our experiments. This is the nail from the empty bottle. This one is the one with rice filled inside it. This is from the bottle filled with water. This one is from the bottle filled with salt water. And the last one is from the bottle filled with water and oil. As we can see, the nails inside the water rusted first. Then the nails in the salt water rusted the second. And the nails in the water and oil rusted a little bit. A nail, when exposed to the elements for any extended length of time, undergoes some familiar changes. The silvery sheen of a new nail gives way to reddish-brown spots, which then spread to cover the entire nail. The sharp outline softens, covered in rough scale and eaten away with tiny pits. Eventually, the rust reaches the core until you can break the nail between your fingers. The formation of rust depends on two chemical reactions. The first is known as anodic dissolution, which takes place when the iron in a nail is exposed to water. The second chemical reaction, bonding with it to create ferrous oxide, is the reddish substance most commonly referred to as rust.